Daphne.
Hello, Gail.
Oh, still.
So weird.
Still.
It's better than going, I'm Daphne and I'm Gail.
Is it, though?
I don't know. I just really like pulling out the deep voice because that's what you wanted to do instead of being like, I'm Gail.
It was singing versus stating.
I don't think so. I think it's just how you introduce yourself to people. You're like, hi, I'm Gail.
Do I?
Yeah.
Do I sing it? I go, I'm Gail. No, let's don't do this again.
All right, Mama, what's your disturbing fact? What you got for me?
It's crows.
Crows?
Yes. Do you know about crows? Have you heard about crows?
Well, I've currently been living in the mountains and not at home. And we have a lot of birds of prey at home and up in the mountains. I mean, like there are birds of prey up there, but I see a lot of crows. So I've seen them a lot, yeah.
Nice. So you know how crows are mostly, they're associated with creepy things. And like people consider them like the murder bird or the death bird or whatever.
I thought that was the raven.
Well, that too. Ravens and crows. I think they're in the same family even.
Okay.
Right? So this is an article from NPR about crows. This I already knew. It says that crows can memorize human faces.
I did know that
which
about
I knew
them.
that. So they can really hold a grudge. They'd be like, Daphne, I'll fuck you up.
Right? And I'm going to tell all my friends too.
Right? I'm going to show them a picture of you from my brain that I have memorized.
That's up your face. For that one time I was sitting by your feet and you shooed me away.
And you wouldn't give me any crackers.
Yeah, basically. Or bird feed.
Or anything. So wildlife biologists figured this out by conducting a simple experiment using rubber masks. A caveman mask, for example, designated a dangerous face, while the mask of former Vice President Dick Cheney was neutral. Researchers in the dangerous mask trapped and banded individual American crows and then released them while they were careful not to harm the birds during trapping. It was still a scary experience for the bird, Swift says. Well, yeah, you trap a bird and band it.
Right.
Of course it's going to fucking remember you.
Of course, right? Duh. And yeah, that's probably a very traumatic experience for a bird.
Yes. Anyway, to see whether the crows remembered the dangerous face, researchers returned to the area and walked around wearing different masks. And when the birds saw the dangerous face, they would alarm call and they would dive bomb the person. And the neutral face was mostly ignored.
Okay, interesting.
The gender or body type of whoever was wearing the dangerous mask didn't make a difference. And so the crows were like literally remembering the face.
Okay, but can I tell you what stresses me out about this?
Of course.
Is the fact that you and I look terribly similar. And like, what if I piss off a crow and you're the one who's going to pay the price or vice versa?
That sucks. And I'll steer them in your direction.
Oh, like it was her.
That wasn't me.
Except for that you have like way lighter hair than I do. And I suppose that doesn't matter.
Yeah, because it's face.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Just saying. Okay, and then the second thing about crows that makes them creepy is that they have funerals for their dead. So I don't know if that makes them creepy or like empathetic or caring. But
I was gonna say, I think elephants do the same, that they like mourn their dead.
Well, I'm sure animals mourn their dead, but they actually have a funeral for them.
Okay, well, tell me more about this crow.
Tell me more.
Yeah, we're not doing that again. Tell me about this crow funeral.
American crows mark the passing of their dead in two ways, with the alarm calls of serious loud scolds and with mobbing. Mobbing is when multiple crows hear an alarm call and they gather to the dead crow and began and also began to scold. This usually lasts around 15 to 20 minutes, Swift says. Swift and research partner John Merzloff, who led the facial recognition study, did an experiment to understand why American crows do this. It turns out that the, quote, funerals have less to do with dirges and eulogies and more to do with identifying the cause of death and spreading the word passing potential dangers, which makes sense.
Yeah, they're trying to alert their flocks.
Yep, exactly.
Of what's going on.
Yep, exactly. And crows, there's like more on that, but I won't bore you with that. But that's basically what they're doing it for.
As an alert.
isn't alert to let.
Well, I feel like that's not empathetic
No.
in any way, shape, or form.
No, well, that's what they said. It's not about like caring for the dead or eulogizing the dead or like being like, oh my God, I'm so sorry about Stan's passing, Myrtle. It's yeah,
Oh,
it's
poor
more
Stan
like,
and Myrtle.
it's more like, oh fuck, something killed Stan. What was it? You guys watch out for that.
I'm going to go let Myrtle know.
You guys watch out for Aurora, that black cat.
Yeah, right. Jeez. Yeah, that's our cat.
Yeah, she's a predator.
Yeah, we just
As
found
cats are.
a dead bunny. Just the bottom half of the bunny, though.
Yeah, it's for later.
Yeah, she's got to save it. Or it's really fun when she brings them inside for the other cat and they're still alive.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Love that. I've
No
saved
birds, though.
I've saved several.
If she does it with mice or rats, I'm cool. Like, eat them, please.
No, she's killed some birds. She just doesn't bring them in.
Well, no, I know she doesn't bring them inside. But when she does it with like mice and rats, I'm like, please help yourself. Eat all of them that you wish.
Just don't bring them in the house.
Yeah, just don't bring them in the house alive or at all. But like mostly alive. Emphasis on alive.
Emphasis. And another creepy fact about crows, which again, not so creepy, but really ingenuitive in yes.
Sure.
Is that they can make their own tools and use them. So normally when we think about people making animals, primates making tools, they have opposable thumbs, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. And so what crane neck, yo, shout out, bro.
Please leave that.
What crows do is that they create hooked tools using they use twigs and make pick up hooked twigs, like fish, like a fish hook. Oh my God, words, Gail.
Yeah,
words.
you're having a really hard time over
struggling.
there.
I am.
They pick up fish hook shaped twigs.
They pick up hook shaped twigs. They can also pick their.
They pick up hook hooks.
They also can take like a flat twig and like peck at it with their beak to make like a hook end on it, kind of.
Okay.
And then they use the hook-shaped twigs to fish out bugs that are burrowed in wood and stuff.
Oh, that's interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
That's really cool. That's a neat fact about them.
So clearly crows are really super smart.
And evolved.
And evolved, although they're really annoying. And sometimes, one time, I heard this crow and it was like, rah! Rah! And I thought it was you yelling, Mom! Mom! But it was a crow.
That's funny.
And sad.
That you thought a crow was me.
Yes.
That is sad.
You
But
say,
that's
Mom!
funny.
Mom!
I don't feel like I say it like that, though.
Well, I fucking thought it was you, so there's potential that you maybe do.
There's potential that I might scream your name like that.
Right? Like a squawking crow.
Okay, well, noted. I won't do that anymore.
It's fine.
Because I don't want any crows to get mad at you and hold a grudge against me.
So there you go. There's your disturbing facts about crows.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It is interesting. I knew about the face thing, but I
think
didn't
that's the
know
most
about
disturbing part of it all.
Yeah, that's so fucking creepy.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't even remember people's faces who I've met.
No shit. I'm like, half the time I'm like, I've met them, but I could not pick them out of a crowd. And a crow will fucking hunt your ass down.
Right? And tell all of their friends,
Right.
this bitch Gail. She screamed at me for cawing, and now I'm gonna fuck up her life. And so are all of my crow friends.
Right? Like the Alfred Hitchcock movie, The Birds, where they peck out the eyes and stuff.
Ugh, that's
Ugh.
disgusting.
Yeah, it's disturbing.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah. No problema.
All right, so today, no problema, we have it's been dubbed two names, the pizza murders or the pizza kills or the thrill kills. So we're going to call it the pizza thrill kills.
Oh, I like it. That's a combo platter.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's like
A combo pizza?
Yeah, combo pizza. I was going to say, like, instead of just the cheese and the pepperoni, we're throwing some mushrooms on there too. Maybe some black olives. I don't know. Get jiggy with it.
All right. But can you hold the pepperoni?
Yeah, no, truly. I don't eat pork. So our case begins in rural Sussex County in New Jersey. And It's the type of place where most people would consider it to be safe. It was an old mining town. The landscape was populated by farms around the area, houses that all appeared to look abandoned, older kind of town looking.
Mm-hmm.
Some strip malls and small communities. There was like a bowling alley there. Several antique shops. I'm just trying to paint the picture.
No, I like it. It sounds like very quaint.
Yeah. I don't think it's small town, but it's older.
Older, quaint town.
Yeah, exactly. On Saturday night, April 19th, 1997, Tony's Pizza and Pasta in Hardyston, New Jersey, received a call ordering 2 cheese pizzas to be delivered to 196 Scott Road in nearby Franklin, New Jersey. So Tony's wasn't the only restaurant that evening that was called to deliver to the house on Scott Road. And it was also not the first time that the callers had called Tony's on that night. Investigators found that the callers contacted several other pizzerias, but everyone was unwilling to deliver to that address. So when the caller first contacted Tony's, they found out that the employee, 22-year-old Jeremy Giordano, was working, and they hung up. And then the owner, Giorgio Gallara, I think.
No, I want Giordano's, but that's different.
He was a 25-year-old. He was suspicious about the order, so he decided to accompany Jeremy Giordano, and the two left the pizzeria at approximately 10:30. They took Giorgio's Grand Am, and they drove the 2 miles to deliver the pizzas.
I love these names.
I know, but I'm going to refer to them by their first names.
Okay.
So Jeremy, he was born January 5th, 1975, and he was the child of Joseph and Loretta. He graduated from Wallkill Valley High School in 1994 and was on the wrestling team. And Giorgio, he was a graduate of High Point High School. He started working at Tony's Pizza and Pasta in 1988. He saved up enough money and bought the restaurant from the owner when he was 21, and this was in 1993.
Wow. He's very
ambitious.
Yeah, ambitious, career-driven.
Yeah.
Responsible.
Yeah, isn't that neat?
That's really cool.
So he and his girlfriend, Lara, I'm not sure how you pronounce her name, but I feel like I like Lara better, so we're going to go with Lara.
Okay, you do that.
Lara Pierce had a daughter, Caitlin, and she was born shortly after he bought the restaurant. He was also a camping enthusiast.
So it was their daughter together?
It was their daughter together.
Okay, sorry, you lost me.
Giorgio's and Lara's. Lara.
Okay.
Jeremy and Giorgio pulled up to the house where 17-year-old Jason Vreeland and his friend 18-year-old Thomas Koskovic were waiting outside. So this is some about Jason and Thomas. Jason Arthur Vreeland was born September 5th, 1979. He moved around a lot during his childhood. He was bullied at school and even ended up with a broken arm at one point.
Well, that sucks.
And he says, I got pulled out of the school bus by a bully. The bus driver didn't care. The bully opened the door, pulled me out, and started to beat the living hell out of me. I got into fights, but only on the defense. And it said that Jason looked intimidating. He had 8 earrings in one ear, 3 in the other, a silver stud in his tongue. And they said that he seemed to be less violent than Thomas. And Jason was known for destroying neighbors' mail and rifling through unlocked cars. He had been arrested about a month ago for shooting a pellet gun at a passerby.
God, what a dick.
And friends say that he also used drugs since the age of 14, including an animal tranquilizer called Special K or ketamine.
Wow.
Yeah, right. And he said this too. I really acted out in school so I'd fit in. The other kids saw me as a kid who would do crazy things and take a ton of drugs. It seemed every time I moved and went to another school, being the new kid I was picked on. The only kids who didn't seem to pick on me were the druggies. It was nice not having to fight all the time.
That's sad.
Yeah, right.
Sounds like he got douchey.
Yeah, no shit. Jason said sometimes that he'd say, I'm going to kill you, in the halls at school. And his friends say that he was just too much of a follower to instigate anything ever.
Okay.
And Thomas Joseph Koskovic, I have a hard time saying that one, Koskovic.
That's okay.
Was born on May 6, 1978. His parents abandoned him and left him in the care of his grandmother, Bertha, who she was described as an addict who abused both painkillers and alcohol.
Jeez.
She was also a frequent gambler.
That's a solid upbringing.
Right. He spent most of his time with his uncle Leonard, who was described as a career criminal and a drug addict.
Super.
So he also began using drugs at a young age. He would steal pills from his grandma and do drugs with his uncle.
That's wow.
And he told his friends when he was 10 that he would cut coke lines for his uncle.
That's super.
Yeah, right? Great exposure for a child.
Yeah, what a great uncle.
So Thomas and Jason met only in the few months before this at the Sussex County Vocational Technical School. And obviously, as you can hear, their lives, their upbringings were kind of similar, right?
Mhm.
Both broken homes. And friends say that they had trouble with their girlfriends, with drugs and in school, although they said that they really showed a softer side of themselves. And when kids at the Votech would call to talk about their future, Thomas would say that he wanted to be a hitman one day. And he even brought a sawed-off shotgun to class.
Holy shit.
And he bragged about stealing guns.
Wow. Wow. Is that the softer side of him?
Right? I'm like, I don't know how you could be soft and be like, look at this gun I just made.
That I'm going to kill someone with.
Right.
If you pay me to.
Yeah, only if I'm paid to do this.
Fuck.
Yeah, so those are a little bit about all of the gents in this case today. So Giorgio, remember the owner,
Mhm.
he was in the passenger seat and he was letting Jeremy drive, his employee.
Mhm.
And Giorgio rolled down the window when they got to the address and they told him how much they owed for the pizza. Well, Jason asked Thomas if he had the money to pay the pizza guys. So Thomas began to reach into his pocket, and instead of pulling out money, he pulled out a .45 caliber semi-automatic pistol and then started shooting into the car. And Jason, who had a .22 caliber revolver, also shot into the car.
What fuckers?
Yeah, they're dickheads.
Yeah, that's so sad because these guys,
Are just out delivering pizza.
yeah, and like working and being something.
Right?
Fuckers.
Yeah, these guys suck.
Yeah, super suck. And how do you pull a 45 semi-auto out of your fucking pocket? How deep are your fucking pockets?
I know somebody who has very deep pockets. So I don't know. Maybe they borrowed from his closet.
Maybe.
And you know exactly who I'm talking about.
Did they rubber band it in?
Probably. Hi,
sorry.
Dad.
Sorry on the inside joke.
So they shot them a total of 8 times in the face and in the neck. Then they
Fuck.
proceeded to take the 2 men out of the car and just dump their bodies on the ground. They didn't steal any money, but they just left the pizzas right next to their bodies.
What a fucking bunch of fucking bag of dicks.
Yeah, really. And they just fucking left the pizza.
Well, that's also wasteful.
That's...
But, I mean...
Is it wrong that what was happening in my brain was they just did all that and they're not even going to take the pizza?
Well, and they're not going to rob them either.
Right.
Like, they just did it to fucking do it.
Yeah.
So that they could be extra fucking pieces of shit.
Right? They're
That's
just...
fucking, oh my God, that really, I hate that. I mean, I feel like all of the stuff mostly that we talk about is pretty senseless murders and like,
yeah, like the Christmas killings.
yeah, just because. But like, this is, I hate these because, okay, this sounds bad, but if you're gonna fucking kill somebody, at least take their money and take the pizza.
Take the loot.
Yeah, don't
Well,
just
they ordered the pizzas. They should take them.
talk.
Those guys just fucking gave their lives so these 2 assholes could have pizza.
Motherfuckers. I don't like them.
I don't either.
I hope at the end you tell me that they got the death penalty.
So
Except for I don't know about that either. I really like it when people suffer better in prison.
Jason said that he fondly recalls getting pizza from Tony's with his family when he was younger.
Oh, I really like their pizza, so I'm going to fucking order it and then kill them. And then not even take the pizza.
He also said that he knew Jeremy Giordano, which is why he hung up after learning that he was working that night.
So did he like not want to kill him?
I don't know.
Or was he just like, oh, I know that kid, I'm not going to do it? Or like, I don't fucking know.
I don't either. Didn't say. They just said that he heard that it was Jeremy. He hung up and then he ended up calling back after nowhere else would deliver the pizza.
God. So, okay. Gotcha. So they're just calling around seeing who will bring a pizza so they can kill somebody.
Exactly.
Fucking assholes.
So Thomas and Jason reportedly spent the hours before the crime hanging out at Thomas's house in Franklin. They left their house or his house at about 8:30. Then they drove to a diner and then they drove to the Kingpin's bowling alley. And then at about 10 p.m. On a surveillance camera at a nearby Dunkin' Donuts,
Yum.
they photographed them borrowing a phone book and using the payphone outside.
So presumably calling for pizza.
Yeah. So after Giorgio agreed to deliver the pizza, Thomas and Jason allegedly drove to the deserted house. And then
So do people know it's a deserted house, which is why nobody would deliver there?
it didn't say. It just said that they didn't want to deliver there.
Okay.
So maybe people did know, or like, employees would be like, I'm pretty sure that house, nobody lives in it. So
Right.
you're
Or
just
too
fucking with
rural.
us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's too rural. Yeah. And they waited outside in the dark for the guys to pull up. Obviously, they didn't. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say obviously they didn't break into the house.
Yeah.
But they didn't
feel
live
like
there.
That's obvious.
But they didn't live there, so police traced the call to a nearby Dunkin' Donuts, and then according to a 1997 Newsweek article, a deadly late-night delivery, surveillance cameras caught them at the donut shop borrowing a phone book, and the teens were both arrested 2 days after the murder.
Good.
Yeah, so
Good.
that was pretty good police work that they just caught them immediately.
Yeah, that is good police work. However, those kids are fuckers.
So, a friend of Thomas, Christine Slater, contacted the police on April 20th, the following day after the murders.
Mm-hmm.
And she told them that on the day of the murders, Thomas told her that he always wanted to kill a pizza delivery person.
Fuck.
And another tip came from a Scott Road resident who had called the police to tell them that they saw Thomas's car on the road the night before, the night of the murders.
God.
Yeah.
Fucking not only douchebags, but fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Idiots.
I want to kill specifically a pizza delivery guy.
Yeah.
And then the next day, a pizza delivery guy. 2 of them get killed.
So police arrested both of them on April 21st, like I said, 2 days after. Again, this is 1997.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the firearms, police found blood-stained clothes in a gym bag and Giorgio's wallet. And according to the Herald, Thomas had confessed to the crimes, but Jason claimed that he didn't shoot the victims, but instead he shot into the dashboard. And then Jason claimed that he wanted to prove that he was a friend of Thomas and that he didn't want to kill anybody. So he was shocked when an autopsy revealed that Giorgio had actually been shot by a .22 caliber
I'm shocked.
gun.
Gun.
Sorry, yeah, I just had to finish my sentence.
That's
and then
okay.
I just, didn't.
That was a laugh.
Yeah.
Hey, Ariel.
Yeah, so that's all happening. And then the Sussex County authorities reported to Newsweek that they believe that Thomas coerced Jason into pulling the trigger by handing him the .22 caliber pistol and saying, if you want to be a part of this, you better shoot. Otherwise, you're getting shot. So really, truly good friends here.
I was just going to say, well, that's some really good friendship. You either kill somebody with me or I'm going to kill you.
Right.
Buddy, old pal of mine.
Yeah, buddy old pal of mine.
Fuck.
Yeah, these guys suck.
Yeah, beyond suck.
So Jason, who was a minor, obviously, we talked about he was 17 and Thomas was 18.
Correct.
Was placed in a juvenile detention center when he was arrested. And while he was there, he allegedly told another inmate that he only shot at the dashboard and that he and Thomas wanted to see what it was like to kill somebody. So, like, you got 2 different sides, right? Like,
Right.
He's like, yeah, like, I didn't want to kill anybody. I just wanted to shoot into the dashboard and prove, I was really Thomas's friend. But then he's like, we really wanted to see what it felt like to take another human's life.
I don't.
Like, ew.
Yeah, I don't. And I hate it when people say that because I feel like a lot of criminals say that. A lot of murderers say that. I just want to know what it feels like to kill somebody. Why?
Right? Why do you suck?
Right. What is fucking wrong with you?
Yeah, a lot.
Clearly.
Yeah, obviously.
What is fucking wrong with you?
Yeah, a
And
lot
if you
is
want to know what
wrong
it
with
feels
them.
like, how about just fucking offing yourself?
Yeah.
Instead of taking out a fucking young guy who owns his own fucking business and has a girlfriend and a kid and another kid who's fucking working for a living just because you want to see how it feels.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself, you stupid pricks.
Right? Stupid
Yeah.
pieces of shit.
Yeah.
So the Franklin police, at this time, they were also investigating a robbery that occurred 11 days earlier. Adventure Sports was a store that specialized in hunting and fishing and camping supplies. Obviously, they had guns there. And it would later be determined that Thomas broke into the store while his friend Michael Conklin, who was 19, waited in a getaway car. So basically, the 2 got away due to the store having a shitty security system, a shitty alarm system.
Wow.
And Thomas stole 3 firearms from there, .22 caliber revolver, a .45 caliber semi-automatic pistol, and a .40 caliber semi-automatic pistol. And obviously, we know now that these 2 stolen guns were the ones he used in the killings.
Yeah.
So, or 2 of the 3, I should say.
Yeah, I got you.
So according to Jason, the plan was originally for Thomas and Jason to sell the guns to buy cocaine and then sell the cocaine.
That seems like not a stellar plan either, but better than fucking murder.
Right? They're like, let's get these guns, let's buy cocaine, and then
Not
let's
get
flip-
the guns. Let's steal the guns. And
sell
then
the guns.
sell stolen guns, and then buy illegal drugs.
And then sell these illegal drugs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Although still better than killing someone.
Their original plan was also to rob 2 pizza delivery people, which this plan included the getaway driver friend, Michael Conklin. But Jason said that once Thomas started talking about murder, Michael wanted 0 part to do with it.
So he has a line as far as a criminal goes.
Right. He's like, I'll be your getaway driver while you go break in and steal guns. I'll happily, help sell these guns and buy cocaine and then sell the cocaine. But, when it comes to murder or when it comes to robbing people, I'm good with that too. But when it comes to killing people, that's no go for me.
That's my line in the sand right there.
Right.
Well, I guess he has one at least.
Something. Something's better than nothing.
Yeah, especially on the whole murdering thing.
Right. So Jason recalled a conversation between Michael and Thomas where Michael asked Thomas, why pizza delivery men? And Thomas replied, they're just easy targets. I just want to kill somebody for the thrill of it.
Fuck.
Right?
I have no words.
Yeah.
Easy target. Yeah, because you fucking call them to your fucking house to bring you food.
Yeah, not even to your house.
Well, no,
because you're
know.
I want to say pansy ass bitches, but I love pansies and they're very strong flowers. So I feel really bad about saying you're such pansy ass bitches when it's really, you're just weak little motherfuckers.
Yeah, they're fucking just straight pieces of shit.
Yeah.
That's what they are.
Yeah, they're just weak little humans.
Yeah.
Weak, disgusting little humans.
Yeah, they're horrible.
Right. So both Thomas Koskovic and Jason Vreeland were convicted, and Jason was sentenced to life in prison, and Thomas was sentenced to death in December of 1999.
Wow.
For the purposeful or knowing murder of Giorgio Gallara, the felony murder of Giorgio Gallara. Gallara? There's no A at the end or I at the end of it. Gallara. I feel like I said Galaria.
It's okay.
Aggravated manslaughter of Jeremy Giordano, 1st-degree robbery, 2nd-degree burglary, conspiracy, possession of a firearm for an unlawful purpose, possession of a firearm without a permit. And since Jason was 17 at the time that the crimes took place, he could only get life in prison. But Thomas was an adult, so he got sentenced to death, obviously, like I just said.
Right.
But the maximum option for Jason was only life in prison.
Well, again, I'm back on the whole, some people definitely deserve the death penalty, but I sometimes just want people to suffer.
Yeah.
So I want you to get shivved and fucked with.
Right.
Because you deserve it.
Oh, absolutely, they do.
Yeah.
So Jason is eligible for parole on October 14th, 2024, when he'll be, or 2044, I'm sorry, not 2024.
I was like, fuck, that's next year.
2044. I knew I was going to do that too.
That's why you did it, because you thought you were going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. When I was doing this research, I was like, 2044, Daphne, 2044, Daphne, it's 2044. And then I get on here and I'm like, oh, in 2024. No, next year. Plus 20
Nice.
At the age of 65. And Thomas will be eligible for parole on October 20th, 2072 at age 94.
So did his death sentence get commuted to life then, if he's eligible for parole? Because how do you go from the death penalty to parole?
So we're getting there.
Okay.
I'm going to go through this with you.
Thank you.
So all of Jason's appeals have been shut down, point blank, period.
Good.
I'm just going to go through where they're at now currently. Jason is being held in the New Jersey State Prison in Trenton, and he has taken a job, and he's enrolled in the Christian Bible College and Seminary.
Of course he is.
Yeah, right? Fucking weirdo.
Yeah, well, why can't people get religion prior to killing people?
Yeah.
Instead of post-killing people.
Right. Why can't you be repentant before you do anything that's selfish, that is bad for everyone involved.
Yeah. And religion or no religion, don't fucking kill anybody.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
No, I agree. So Thomas was originally sentenced to death for the homicides, but the sentence was overturned throughout many appeals, and he is now serving 2 consecutive life sentences plus 30 years. But he can become eligible now at that time.
When he's 94.
When he's 94.
Good, because I feel like he won't make it to 94.
I hope not.
Right.
So Thomas is also at the New Jersey State Prison, but I don't know if it's the same one in Trenton. I didn't look it up to see if they had like multiple locations, but
a satellite prison.
Right. He took the GED and he did this piece for the Marshall Project. And the Marshall Project is a nonprofit news organization that covers the U.S. criminal justice system, where I guess it's like inmates write op-eds for themselves.
Okay.
Like their own pieces, talking about their lives in prison. And through this, he talks about working as a teacher's aide. And that when he's not doing that, he's reading sci-fi and fantasy novels, writing, and he's also watching funny videos on TV.
Okay, so you know what else sucks about this? Is that it sounds like their lives are better in prison than they were prior to prison.
Yeah, well, it sounds like they both had horrible upbringings, which is no excuse for why they did what they did.
Correct.
But I feel like that's kind of a consistent pattern. Either we see entitled as fuck people killing like their parents, or killing because they're entitled as fuck and they think they need to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Or we see people who are really always down on their luck killing.
Right.
I feel like it's never any just everyday average Joe Schmo who has a decent life, maybe not like the best life ever, maybe not the worst life ever. Not somebody who's like on drugs, right? Like these guys were, or like the Eileen Wuornos kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody who's like normal, if you will.
Right.
Wake up and kill.
Yeah. I mean, although that's a thing too.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, it is, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's not like this where they just do it for the thrill of it, like these guys did.
Thrill kill, that's so fucking horrible. And
right.
yeah, again, like they have had shitty fucking lives, but it's no excuse.
So David Loiza?
I don't know why you look at me when you do that.
I don't either.
Because I could help you with some things that are like maybe cities and states and food-related items.
Food-related items.
But names?
Not your thing. Yeah, I know.
Well,
mine either.
They're open to interpretation.
So he wrote a book called The Pizza Killers, and this is where I got a lot of this information that we're about to talk about next.
Okay.
So I just want to like remember the victims
of course
at the end of this.
Yeah, because that's all I can think about.
Is the lives that were taken.
Yeah.
Not the stupid pieces of shit who are going to church now.
Yeah, and they were doing good stuff. Maybe they weren't the most stellar people in the world because we don't know, but they were working. Giorgio was raising a family, like owning his own business at 21.
Right.
Like, yeah, that's my brain just is like, people like that just need to be on this planet in order
also
to make it better.
The house has since been demolished.
Okay.
That they delivered the pizza to.
That's
that abandoned house has been since demolished.
That's awesome.
I forgot to put it in my notes, but I do remember reading that.
Okay.
So a 2017 NewJersey.com article that's called 20 Years Later, a New Jersey church to remember victims of thrill kill pizza murders reports that the First Baptist Church of Sussex held a service in remembrance of the victims 20 years after their death, so in 2017. And this is where Jeremy's family had been longtime members of the congregation there.
Okay.
So that's cool that the community is still remembering them.
It is cool.
Jeremy's mother said, Jeremy took care of his family and even helped us if money was short. And she also said, after Jeremy's death, our family members were separated emotionally, each of us not knowing how to feel or what to say to one another. It made us so emotionally raw that we couldn't be around each other, separating us physically as well. When one of us starts hurting again, it literally rubs off on the others, causes more pain, friction, hurt, and finally separation.
That's so sad.
Fucking stab in the gut.
Yeah, that's so sad. Well, you know, when someone's life gets taken like that, it's not just that person that's affected. There's so many other people that are affected.
Oh, anytime anyone dies, murder or not.
Yeah.
Their loved ones are always going to be affected, but I feel like murders and especially.
Yeah.
Murders and sudden ways of going, like murder, car accidents.
Well, and totally senseless just because.
Yeah. Thrill. for the thrill of it.
Fuckers.
So Jeremy's cousin said, there are so many people in my family who have never come to terms with Jeremy's death. Some people consider him Saint Jeremy. I live with this every day. Every day I think about it. That's so sad.
That's really sad.
Makes me want to cry. So remember how I said that Giorgio was a camping enthusiast?
Mm-hmm.
So the night of the murders, Giorgio's girlfriend, Laura, said that they had plans to go camping, and she waited for him in the Tony's parking lot, but he never came.
Oh my God. That makes me want to cry.
I know. It's so horrible.
It's terrible.
So Caitlin, their daughter, she was 4 at the time that her dad died. And she had this to say. This is more recent. She had this to say. I think about this every fucking day. This haunts my life. I know I have to move forward, but it's so hard every day. I wonder what my life would be like if my daddy was here. I know.
God. I'm not an emotional person, and here I am over here tearing up.
It's horrible.
It's fucking, I hate that. I hate it. I hate it from the very beginning when you said that they killed him. And
I wanted to frame it in a different way.
Well, good luck with that.
No. I mean, like, I initially, when I was going through the case, I wanted to frame it differently in a way where it was kind of going to be like, oh, who's the bad guy here? Who's the good guy? You know, these 2 guys delivering the pizza, could they have been the bad guys? Like, I wanted to open it up a little bit mysteriously.
Mm-hmm.
But then I thought to myself while I was doing it, I was like, no, fuck that. These guys, like, the more I kept learning about these assholes, I was like, no. I was like, I don't even want a moment to pass where people could think that Jeremy or Giorgio could be bad people.
Right. Yeah, that's terrible. Well, and
I just wanted to set it up a little bit suspensefully, because sometimes I like to hear when like other podcasts do that, where it like opens it up as a story as opposed to like, this person killed this person, this person, this person. Now we're going to, like I kind of did with Samuel Little, right? Where I like retroactively told the story of his killings.
correct.
But with this, I wanted it to be a little bit more suspenseful. However, I was just, like I said, when I was doing it, I was like, there's no fucking way that like any part of me could want to like frame these guys in any sort of a mysterious way. Like, no, they were senselessly murdered.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
And I have one more thing to read you, and then it wraps. So, former Tony's employee Todd Benzavengi said, I worked there for 6 months in 1996. Giorgio was there from open to close. Jeremy knew every crack and crevice of this county. If you asked him for directions for a delivery, he could tell you what kind of grass was on the lawn.
Wow.
That's where.
So dedicated.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like dedicated people, dedicated guys.
Yeah, they both are. It's so sad.
It sucks. Fucking hate that shit.
Yeah, well, that's the case, Mom.
Well, thanks for that.
Yeah, it's a depressing one.
Yeah, it's really depressing.
I don't know why I'm coming up with depressing. I mean, they're all depressing in their own
they're
right.
all sad.
True crime, it's all sad. Some of them are just like more punch in the guts than others.
Yeah.
Like that other guy for the episode that just dropped, the sea orphan.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that guy, if we would have retroactively talked about his past, it would have been like, oh, this guy's a bad guy, right?
Right. Yeah,
and we could have seen that coming.
I was going to say you could see it coming.
Yeah, but like with this, it's like, not that what he did was made any sense, but he had like a motive, you know, get her life insurance money, his wife's.
Yeah.
These guys just were like, I just want to kill an easy target.
Right.
A pizza guy sounds easy because he's going to deliver pizza in my house.
Kill the kill.
But no, they're so fucking weak that they couldn't even deliver to their own fucking houses.
Ugh.
Fucking, like I said, I want to use the word pansy, but I just can't bring myself to do that because I love pansies.
Well, I think calling them a piece of shit is just fair.
Yeah, they're like shit. That's just it. They're just shit.
Yeah, that you scrape off the bottom of your shoe.
Yeah. But they don't even deserve to like come out of dogs' buttholes.
No.
They're like mouse shit.
Okay.
Well, they are. They're like mice. They're little skittish things.
Yeah, they're fuckers. Well, thank you for bringing that to me.
Yeah, have you ever heard it before?
I have not.
I thought it was a pretty macabre case.
It's so terrible.
Yeah, it's just lesser known. That's what I've been trying to do, is find lesser known cases because I like to hear about them. Like I said, I think we've talked about this before already, but like I'm fascinated by Richard Ramirez. I really want to cover him or let you cover him, and I'll like we'll both talk, you know, something of that nature.
We'll bullshit.
Yeah, we'll bullshit about it. But like these lesser known ones that I've never heard of, I find these terribly interesting. I feel like everybody, which there's always the opportunity to, bring something different for like the Ted Bundys and the Eileen Warnos, John Wayne Gacy's, all those people. But the people that we don't hear about very often, that's where a lot of opportunity lies in, bringing awareness forward.
Yeah. And I'll say, too, cases that I thought that I knew that I've covered, like the Preppy murder, for instance, I found out a lot of stuff that I didn't know. I only thought I knew what I read and what I had heard that was all sensationalized. I didn't, when I dug deeper, I was like, oh, wow, I didn't know that. And oh, wow, I didn't know that. So the more known, like you didn't know about the Preppy murder, but I guarantee you everybody in my generation knows about the Preppy murder.
It's really random that you just talked about that, the Preppy murder, because after we were done recording the episode, I watched the 80s, The Deadliest Decade on ID Discovery on Hulu. And it was one of the cases that they talked about on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so fucking sad. And it was after you had talked to me about it, so I hadn't heard it.
Right.
Yeah. Or like Sid and Nancy, like those are huge names, but nobody totally knows the story.
No. The story still isn't even totally out there. No. Nope. So anyway, well, yeah, thank you. I appreciate the more obscure as well.
Yeah.
So, but I hate it. I hate it at the same time that I really like it.
No, me too. I get it because, it's fucked up, but it's also
fucked up
and interesting that these people are so fucked up. I guess it's actually not interesting that they're fucked up because it makes sense when we hear about their lives.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So,
yeah, I just didn't want to include any more from Thomas's article about how he is a teacher's aide and how he is helpful to younger inmates because he was also the scrawny white guy there at one point. It's like, fuck off.
Yeah. If you want to be helpful, don't fucking kill someone who's a fucking innocent person living their lives, being a fucking productive member of society. That's how you be helpful.
Right. If you want to kill something, go to a demo room, like a normal person. That's what we do when we need to let out our anger or our rage is go to a demo room and be like...
smash shit.
Yeah, go smash shit.
Right. Or eat donuts.
Yeah, there's also that. I do love to lay in bed and eat mac and cheese when I'm upset. That's comforting.
Yeah, but you don't go kill people.
Oh, fuck no.
You just clog your own arteries.
Yeah, exactly. My cholesterol. All right, Mom. Do you at the end?
I do not.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, follow us on our Instagram at That's Disturbing Podcast. Go to our website, www.that'sdisturbingpodcast.com to fill out a case request on the lovely, lovely, lovely website that my daughter created. Or send us a Gmail at our Gmail, That's Disturbing Podcast at gmail.com.
She did it, guys.
I did.
She did it.
And I don't even have the big scripty note, like I said.
I just had to look at her when she started saying the www. I was like, fuck, this bitch is going to start to say Gmail. I looked at her and I'm like mouthing .com. .com. .com, Mom.
I got it.
You did. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, high five. Woo! All right, well, have a good one, folks. See you on the flip side. Bye-bye.